athlete, but his angles, he's a long strider from the secondary. He comes up taking long strides. And so sometimes his stride is so long that he doesn't react quickly to when the ball goes to a different place that he thinks it's going, or when the running back or the receiver is a little bit faster than Christian thought he was. And so his angles, he runs a banana angle sometimes, and, you know, those kind of angles just don't get to the ball as quickly.
Yeah, man, how good do you feel Breece Hall, the kid from the Iowa State, that honestly, I don't know what I was thinking last year. I just don't remember him much, but then I started, both Paul and Craig remind me, no, he was fantastic. He looks like a glider. He has power. He has speed, and maybe the best running back to come out this year.
Well, you know, the Baylor was doing a great job on him throughout the first quarter and maybe into the second quarter. And then all of a sudden he seemed to find another gear, and that dude was running away from people at that point. And he did that for almost the whole rest of the game. And he's physical, too. A guy runs over people sometimes, runs through tackles very well. I was very impressed with him.
So, you know, you've been a coach before, and you've had teams that have been very successful, and sometimes there's a year where things don't go well. I asked Dave Aranda this on Monday. You're 1-4. And you know what starts to happen, because in this day and age, everyone hears about pro teams that are losing on purpose or do everything they can to not win, to help a bet with a better draft pick. That's not the way it works in college sports. What is the fine line in seeing others, whatever position, and yet what you owe the team to continue to try to win every single week?
Well, you know, the coach has got to play the best players. He's got to play the guys that he thinks are committed to winning. If he feels a little iffy about a kid, you know, that maybe that young man he's lost his motivation because things are hard, you've got to go with other people. And if those kinds of things are happening, that's exactly what you have to do. Now, trying to keep kids motivated, I think that's your job. You've got to get that done. And the way you get that done is you focus on the next play. You focus on the next game. You focus on your skill. One of the things I loved was reading the book by John Wooden, and he focused completely on skill mastery. He basically hardly ever talked about game plans and things like that. He was talking about, we're going to do what we do, and we are going to work on our skills and get them better and better and better. Baylor is a team that prides itself on being tough. Well, let's go out there and be tough. Baylor is a team that prides itself on not beating itself. Don't go out there and beat yourself. And, you know, for a good while in that game against Iowa State, that's exactly the way they were playing. Now, third quarter kind of got them, and, you know, you can look at the offense where there were plays there to be made, and they didn't make those plays. And when you don't do that, all of a sudden the defense is on the field way too much.
It seemed like special teams had a rough Saturday as well. Was there anything noticeable that you took away from what you saw from the special teams unit?
Well, the two coverage groups are really having a hard time right now. You know, some of the kids that were playing on those coverage teams are not playing on the coverage teams right now, and man, that is probably hurting as much as anything. The protection on the punt that one time, I mean, that's just basically uncalled for. I'm worried about the guys, the three guys up front, which we call elephants. A lot of people do. They're not making good decisions on who they're picking up, and they're allowing people to get to the punter. Felt like the punter did a good job. The kickers were doing a good job, and I was glad to see John Mayer make one. He needed to do that. I know he's been working hard on it, and we had an opportunity to eat close to his family the other day, and they were really concerned about him, and I know they're feeling good that he kicked that one through the other day.
Gary, thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate your time. Always your analysis and breakdown of Baylor football the week before and also heading into the game with Texas Tech. That's Football Bob with us every Wednesday at 5:30. All right, 5:47. Paul, we done, or we got another break?
We have one more break.
Okay, another break. And
by the way, anybody thinking that Sam Ehlinger was going to come back, that's probably over now as he's going to the Senior Bowl. So,
Oh, it's too bad.
Yeah, you know what? He's had there was a couple of times this year but he's, I think, done enough. He's done enough. He's made some throws under the clutch. He's made some throws, big time throws. He's won games. Whether or not he's going to be someone drafted high or not, I don't know. When you have the others that are coming out, but
there's no way
he's going
to be drafted highly. He's not a quarterback in that shape, or he's not in that mold, so to speak.
9 for 26 every week.
Yeah, I could see him as easily converting to tight end and playing in the NFL more so than playing quarterback in the NFL. I'm sure he'll give it a shot at QB, and that's maybe where he resides on a practice squad or something or whatever. He's a great player. He's a really good player, but NFL quarterback, I don't see that at all with him. He's a great leader though, and I'm sure they'll find room for him. But based on the rumors and whatnot about how much he does or does not like Tom Herman, and the fact that he's gone through the whole weird back thing and nothing's really changed since then. Even though they won a couple of games here recently, what does he have to come back for? Because if there was going to be a year, it was this year, right? It was supposed to be this year, and then it's been middle of the road. So they're very fortunate they're not under 500 at this point.
No, they are. The ceiling for them is to get to a Big 12 championship and kind of maybe win it when it looked like they were dead in the water. And a lot of it has to do with teams in front of them, and they play some of those teams as well.
But it's interesting that that's public now with another month left to play or whatever. That's already been determined. So that's interesting, if anything. And I think there's probably a lot of Texas fans who are bummed, but plenty of others who are, like most college football fans, on to the next guy, because that guy's going to be the great player. Because you got 3 5-stars or 4 stars sitting on the bench that have been waiting their turn. So now it'll be Hudson Card time or whatever. And, the excitement will build for that.
All right, when we come back, a couple of other notes. Thanks to Gary and Coach Football Bob for being a part of the show. This is Sic'Em365 Radio.
If you are in the market for a new home or looking to sell the one you have, you need to call my good friend Lance Donaldson and the Donaldson family team, brokered by eXp Realty, 254-214-3713, or just Google Lance Donaldson, eXp Realty, or lancedonaldson.exprealty.com online. You can check out his listings. Lance is a fantastic dude who's going to take everything in when you tell him about what you're looking for in a dream home, and he's going to get you a great price on the home that you're trying to sell, either or both. Sometimes you're doing both. Sometimes you're just doing one. I didn't have to sell a house when I was buying a house. I just had to buy a house. And again, you're going to spend a lot of time with your realtor. You're going to go to see a lot of houses. You're going to want somebody who's going to make the process easy and fun for you. Well, Lance is a fun guy. He's going to make it fun for you. You're going to enjoy spending your time with him and looking at houses. You might want to buy 3 or 4. I kid. But Lance is a great guy. 254-214-3713 or online, lancedonaldson.exprealty.com.
Now get employee pricing for all on new Jeeps from Allen Samuels. Just in time for the holidays, Grand Cherokee Limited has 0% for 84 months and no payments for 90 days. Or pick a cool Jeep Compass or the rugged Jeep Renegade Subcompact. Take your pick, because both feature employee pricing for all. 0% for 72 and no payments for 90 days. It's the Black Friday sales event at Allen Samuels, your friend in the car business.
Stepping into a new pair of boots is great, but stepping into the boots of a U.S. Army officer can also add confidence and leadership skills to your son or daughter's career path. There are more than 150 occupational specialties to help them find the best fit for their future. See all the things your son or daughter can achieve in our boots at GoArmy.com. U.S. Army Waco Recruiting Company, 254-598-8131 or 254-776-1543.
At Baylor University, students can shine in their own way. Or should we say their own ways? Because there's no limit to the ways Baylor students make the world a brighter place. Whether they're leading a student organization or following a higher calling, getting advice from faculty, or taking part in world-class research, pursuing their dreams, or working toward their dream job, students find their place to shine at Baylor, where lights shine bright.
Bird Culchin Ford has been in Waco since 1936. Ford, the #1 selling truck in Texas, 43 years running. And Bird Culchin Ford proudly supports high school football in Central Texas. And no better way to tailgate with a Ford than from Bird Culchin Ford. And are there better vehicles to tailgate with than the Ford F-150 or the Ford Expedition? And of course, you can get them new pre-owned Bird Culchin Ford. Our sponsor of the Ford Tough Player of the Week, locally owned dealership, online at bkford.com at 1701 West Loop 340 in Waco. Bird Culchin Ford.
Did you know that 1 out of every 4 men have symptomatic low levels of testosterone and don't even know it? And if you think you're too young to worry about it, guess again. Low T levels can make you feel tired and grumpy, cause weight gain, and wreak havoc on your sexual desire and performance. Petty Clinic Low T can set up same-day blood screening and results, so if you're tired of being tired, I challenge you to man up and Google search Low T Waco or go online pettycliniclowt.com. It's a private clinic with an atmosphere catering to men. Affordable, only $150 a month, includes lab work, office consultation, testosterone injections, follow-up visits compared to $395 a month in Dallas or Austin, and you don't have to fight the traffic. Petty Clinic Low T as board-certified physician consultations will provide the best form of brand-strength testosterone available. Contact Petty Clinic Low T today, just off Highway 84 and Old Hewitt Drive in Woodway. Petty Clinic Low T, helping men become the high-performance men they deserve to be. PettyClinicLowT.com or Google search Low T Waco.
Texas board-certified personal injury trial lawyer and Baylor alum David Willis and Baylor alum Parker Willis are ready to help if you or a loved one has been wrongfully injured in an auto accident, SUV rollover, industrial accident, 18-wheeler crash, or were seriously injured by a defective product or recall drug. Call them for a confidential and free case consultation at 1-800-GOT-HURT or visit them at texastriallawyer.com. Principal office located in Houston, Texas.
From the first workout to the last practice, sports is an incredible challenge. Hi, this is Dan Ingham with the First National Bank of Central Texas, and we're proud to support each athlete, every parent, and our educators. From families, small businesses, to the biggest industry, we're here to help. With remarkable products like First Free Checking, we've got banking ideas that fuel big dreams. The First National Bank of Central Texas. Familiar faces making local decisions.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Welcome back to Sic'Em365 Radio. Are you a Sic'Em365 super fan? Then try out our premium subscriptions at Sic'Em365.com.
Trevor Bauer of Cincinnati is the National League Cy Young Award winner. Yu Darvish finished second in the voting. Former Rangers pitcher who had a heck of a year with the Cubs.
And I'm glad at the prospect haul that the Rangers got for Yu Darvish.
Yeah.
Who's
Can you name any of them?
No.
Yu Darvish finished second in the voting. Trevor Bauer. So the state of Ohio wins the Electoral College for a Cy Young Award winner.
Willie Calhoun.
Okay, well,
whatever.
All right. Oh, yeah. So Shane Bieber and Trevor Bauer. And Bauer's very outspoken. Isn't he the one that's very outspoken on Twitter?
Yeah.
Very outspoken.
Yeah. A lot of people think that he might go to the Yankees, but Garrett Cole is there, and they hate each other.
Do they really?
They hate each other since they were college teammates at UCLA. So either they've grown and they're mature, they just didn't get along.
Two male cats in the same staff?
I guess so. I don't know. Trevor Bauer, I'm kind of interested to watch his career trajectory at this point. I think he's 30 years old, and so or 28, something like that. So he said he's going to sign 1-year deals for the max that he can get. So he'll sign like 1 year, $30 million deal. So he could play for 3 teams in the next 3 years.
Matt Rule in Carolina, I'm not sure if you saw the game with Kansas City, and they played the you-know-what off and ended up losing, had a chance at the field goal at the end. Christian McCaffrey came back. It was pretty good. He's back out again, not expected to play on Sunday. Not sure exactly what it might be. Matt Rule said, I'd say it's about 100% he will likely not play. I believe it might be a shoulder.
Yeah.
Late in the game, he was hit by Daniel Sorensen. Cowboys had Tyrone Crawford on the COVID list. So tomorrow we're live from Madisonville. We'll have the game, high school football between Conley and Center, 7 o'clock kickoff, 6:30, also on 106.7 FM, the Eagle, classic rock station in Waco. We appreciate that as well. Anything else, guys?
Nope.
All right, thanks to Major General retired James D. Isaacs Jr., Yasiana Presley, Baylor Volleyball, Shane Anderson, Conley, Don Hyde from La Vega, Ben Lieber, Fox Sports, Rob Bolton, PGA Tour analyst, and also William Bradley King, Aston Logan, and Xavier Newman of Baylor. Thanks to John Machota, TheAthletic.com, and the Cowboys, and also Football Bob 05, his college football analyst job and work as well. In fact, Jack, also Drake was here. Drake Toll was here for a little bit. Armstrong Sims, appreciate you as very much as well. Paul Catalina and Craig Smoke. Again, honoring our soldiers on Veterans Day. I'm David Smoke. Thank you for listening and watching on Sic'Em365 Radio.
Are you a Sic'Em365 super fan? Then try out our premium subscriptions at Sic'Em365.com.
Stepping into the boots of a U.S. Army officer can add confidence and leadership skills to your son or daughter's career path. See all the things they can achieve in our boots at GoArmy.com. U.S. Army Waco Recruiting Company, 254-598-8131 or 254-776-1543.
Waco's newest gym, Halo Athletic Center, 5725 Bagby Avenue, right behind Region 12 and across the highway from the Central Texas Marketplace, where motivation, inspiration, and hard work are the driving force. State-of-the-art equipment, indoor and outdoor track, locker rooms, showers, yoga and bar classes by Duality Yoga, Bod Pod potty composition analysis, and registered dietitians, all under one roof, where we rise above. Come join the Halo Athletic Center and be a part of the change. Your change.
It takes time to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than sports. It goes for your financial goals as well. You work hard for your money, and you deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. And Tom Albers, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can help. If your financial investments aren't putting forth the effort you desire, stop by today for a financial review. Tom Albers, 4301 Lakeshore Drive, 254-776-7605. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Have you tried a do-it-yourself program to lose weight? You may not know that in a typical do-it-yourself program, a quarter of the weight you lose is due to muscle breakdown and loss. With COVID harming obese and overweight patients, being at ideal body weight is more important now than ever. Over 30 physicians in Central Texas, tired of seeing patients fail at losing weight themselves, opened Muscle-Wise Nutrition. This is a coach-managed weight loss program that targets fat and spares muscle. The 4 Muscle-Wise locations have taken off over 19,000 pounds from Texas dieters in the last few years. The combination of coaching and weekly body composition analysis to target the fat loss are the keys to success. The coaches teach you how to eat and live a healthy lifestyle. Email Sic'Em365 at musclewisenutrition.com today, and the coaches will contact you about their free educational seminars. Do not wait. Email today and start MuscleWise at Sic'Em365 at musclewisenutrition.com.
Parenting is full of surprises.
You never know what to expect.
So after our son was born, I called my Texas Farm Bureau insurance agent to set up a life insurance policy in case something happened to me.
Sawyer is now 2.
And we'll soon have a sister. There's no one else I would trust with protecting my family.
Stop by and see our agents at one of our 3 McLennan County locations.
Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
Do you or your kids get nervous about going to the dentist? Stonewood Dental, Dr. Steve Childress, he can help.
I've spent a career taking care of patients who as children had bad experiences, and now they're adults that hate going to the dentist. If I get a kid at 3 years old and they come every 6 months and it's a happy experience, it's normal for them. Now they have an accident at 6 or 7 or 8 at school. Now they have a broken tooth or a trauma, and they have to come here. They're used to lights, they're used to water in their mouth, they're used to experience, they already trust us. It's amazing what we can do with that kid without it being a negative thing. But if I see a 6 or 7 or 8 year old that's never been to the dentist, and now they have a trauma or an unfortunate unexpected toothache, it's harder to do that for that kid and it not be somewhat of a negative experience. So bottom line is I try to teach kids and adults and teenagers and everybody the way I'd want my family treated, which is where it's a necessary part of life. You just take care of it. It doesn't have to be that big a deal.
Learn more, stonewood-dental.com. Southwest Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, the team physicians for Baylor Athletics, specializing in diagnosis and treatment of any and all sport-related injuries, celebrating over a decade of service to Central Texas. They tackle all surgical and non-surgical problems that arise from an active lifestyle. Trust the doctors that Baylor trust, and when injuries sideline you, don't wait for Monday. Join us at 8:30 on Saturday mornings for a post-game injury evaluation clinic. Southwest Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. We get you back in the game.